Well, hello there. So, if you're a beginner musician, or even if you have been doing music for a while, and you feel overwhelmed by all the music theory stuff, let me just say, honestly, for most of us, most of the time, music theory, it's pretty dang unimportant. Now, I know that's pretty dang controversial thing to say, so before people go getting their pitchforks, just hang with me. I will elaborate at the end of the video where I do think it is valuable even for amateurs. But I want to make a bigger point, and that is that for most of us who are just creative types, we're making music to have fun. It's just a means of expression, it's a hobby. You can just kind of feel things out. You can learn a little bit theory stuff here and there as you encounter it naturally as you progress, but you don't need to take the things that you make and make sure that they fit some predefined format or that they follow some arbitrary rules, right? It's okay to just go off of what feels good. You know, if you make some sounds, you make some music, and you like it, well, there's got to be something good about it, right? Because you liked it. If you know who said that, leave it in the comments below. Your hint is that it was a musician. You can find the interview where they said it here on YouTube. If you get it right, you get a cookie. Oh, and like and sub, right? But speaking of all that YouTubey nonsense, that's the other problem that I feel I see a lot, is that when we start doing something new, like learning an instrument, we go to YouTube University to learn about it, right? But what happens is there's a lot of content out there that's like, you have to learn these things, or, don't strum this way, or I hope you're not playing those four chords, or, you smell and your music is bad, These sorts of videos, they're designed to dig into your insecurities and your inexperience. I feel it's pretty crummy. People that make videos like that, they need to go take a hike, honestly. Something personal to be transparent about my musical journey is that I started guitar 6 years ago, and 3 years ago I started writing songs. I think I've got close to 25 or something. And I've never once used music theory to drive the creative process. Never, not once. I do, after writing a song, often find myself kind of looking up the chords and the progression to try to understand it, just because I'm analytical minded. I love to understand why, I like finding patterns. So I'll be like, oh, so the chords from the chord progression they're in G major, but this one's not fitting, so okay, so it just borrowed from the parallel minor. Okay. But then that's it, I don't turn around and reshape the song. I mean, if you would like to, you could, but there's no need to. You can just do what you want. You don't have to follow rules and make people push you around, right? Just have fun with it all. That's the whole point of music. But to kind of say, like I said, about the points where I think music theory is useful, if you're going to try to make music to fit a certain theme, maybe it's going to help you get there a little bit quicker. So if you know the why, because honestly, music theory is a tool that basically describes the things that happen in music. There's things, there's phenomena, there's feelings, and music theory's job basically is to define all the stuff that just naturally happens. Which is why I feel it's a little bit backwards if you want to make some emotional song about what you're feeling, to kind of look through this really logical lens to try to engineer an emotion. It just, to me, it's gonna be very, soulless and kind of robotic, and it's like getting cookies made in a factory versus the cookies that your grandmother would make, right? There's a big difference. So that, and honestly, if you know a little bit of theory and you're writing some stuff and you have chords, then maybe you could kind of figure out what key you're in, and you could eliminate a lot of the possibilities that really just wouldn't work for you, which in a way could make the creative process a little bit less overwhelming when you can kind of narrow down the realm of possibilities. But even then, you don't really need to worry about too much. You could just figure it out and say, oh, no, that didn't sound good, or oh, that one sounds good, I'll use that, right? I think a lot of us are kind of pre-programmed to know, theory-wise, what sounds good and what doesn't, just from our experience. You're a kid, you see movies, you hear music in commercials, in TV shows, you go to the shopping mall, you hear music's on the radio, it's on social media. So you already kind of have music pre-programmed into you to know what music sounds sad, right? What music is happy, because you've just experienced it your whole life. So feel free to just kind of feel things out, have fun, don't stress about it, just kick back and relax and enjoy playing your instrument and creating, share it with the world as well, right? So that's all I've got to say for this one. If you enjoyed, leave me a like and a subscription. I'd really appreciate it. Leave in the comments below things that you'd love to to see in videos, or just discussions about what you think about theory as an amateur. Or maybe you could say the things that you think I was wrong about and say, oh, actually, I think music theory is really helpful here, or something like that. So it's always fun to have a good discussion with people. So yeah, hope you enjoyed. Take care of yourself, and most importantly, have fun. Bye bye.